Well, we are just arriving to exit 407, and this is our first stop when we come into town. And it looks like it's going to be a busy stop today. Traffic is definitely coming into Buc-ee's.
There's just something so exciting about seeing that big old Buc-ee's on the hill.
Look at
turn it up in here.
The price of gas is $1.49 with the purchase of the Works car wash.
Wow.
Wow, that is a wow. $1.49 for gas. That's if you purchase the car wash package.
And we were talking about getting the car wash, but they're calling for rain.
I know it. The car could definitely use it.
Somebody is literally tailgating over here. Why don't you take a turn just right by here, David? Just take a right turn. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Just look at the parking lot. Wow. The people are definitely here today at Buc-ee's.
And as you know, they do not have tables and chairs for you to sit at. So you got this family to the left who decided to put the tailgate down, put the food on it, and that's why I said they're definitely tailgating.
And then we've done that before at the Buc-ee's in Florence, South Carolina.
We have.
We made a special trip down that was Labor Day weekend, matter of fact. And you had mentioned no tables outside. I know one of our viewers, Bill, that's one of his biggest complaints about Buc-ee's. He does not like it's no place to sit down.
And you know, I understand that complaint, and I get it 100%, but just imagine how long people would stay if there were tables. Because, you know, we already stay a long time when we go to Buc-ee's.
Yeah, you can pretty much count on us spending at least 1 hour when we park his car and go inside. We always like walking around, looking at all the new merchandise. We hit the restrooms.
I see some vehicles leaving, people waiting for the spots. Let's go and check out and see what the gas pumps look like.
Yeah, speaking of the gas pumps, I'm going to go ahead and fill this thing up while we're here.
And you know, we just got here, and I'm seeing raindrops on that windshield. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not.
Yeah, you can see some because I can see it through the camera.
But rain or no rain, we're having us a good time, and it will not stop us having our fun in Buc-ee's, that's for sure.
You know, as soon as we pulled up off of Interstate 40, the first few drops of rain hit, so they knew we was in town, I guess, Cindy.
That's it.
Well, I'm gonna make my way to the gas pump and find me an empty one.
Let's see how full they are. They're looking pretty full.
I saw a couple of empty ones down on the other end.
I'm looking to the right, and I'm seeing them looking full as far as I can see. And now you can see the rain coming up.
There's several I could get to, but the pump is on the wrong side unless I
stretch it around.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a little quick turnaround.
So the trick is to come to the very end, apparently, because everybody in that middle part, it's packed.
The middle is definitely packed. Well, let's stop the camera for right now, fill up this vehicle with some gas, and then we'll get back on the way again. I just filled the vehicle up with gas, and now let's ride around and show you the parking lot. You can definitely see it's packed. People are coming and going. And just look at all the gas pumps. Every one of them look like cars at each and every one of them.
It was smart of you to go back. It really was.
It's no telling how many tractor trailer loads of gas they go through in a week's time here at this location.
We always see a lot of the trucks coming to fill up the pumps when we're here. When we go in, are they going to say, "Welcome to Buc-ee's"?
I'm sure they will.
If not, I will say it.
Most of the time, they will greet you when you first walk in the door.
Especially when you have these many people here. For someone who has not been to Buc-ee's, just seeing all these gas pumps is probably pretty entertaining to them, or maybe even overwhelming.
You know, the first time we ever heard of a Buc-ee's, we were in Texas, and I just could not get over the amount of gas pumps. My first visit to one. And we're really excited. We're getting our first Buc-ee's coming to Virginia, opening it up at the end of next month, so June the 30th is the date they're supposed to open. We've got that date circled on our calendar. Looking forward to going to it.
We will be there.
And we hope that y'all will tune in and watch the video. We'll bring it to you.
You know we will.
And I see a spot right here if I can get to it before somebody else.
Well, that's pretty lucky.
So let's...
And right here at this end at the door too.
Yep.
Good job.
It wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. Let's
Not
go
at all.
inside and see what all's going on inside today. And this is something else I'm always impressed with, the price of ice at Buc-ee's. A large 20-pound bag is $1.99, and the small bag is only $1. Excellent buy on ice.
Buc-ee summons David over to take a picture with him. I think it's because he liked his shirt.
You like that shirt I have on? Nothing better than the red, white, and blue.
Are you two going to dance a little?
We can.
Let me see something. There you go. Break it down.
Buc-ee and I breaking it down in Buc-ee's in Sevierville, Tennessee.
Well, let's walk in and see how busy Buc-ee's is on a holiday weekend. It is Memorial Day weekend.
I do not hear greetings. Welcome to Buc-ee's.
And look at the Memorial Day shirts. The Sweet Land of Liberty. This is the patriotic shirt for the Memorial Day and the Independence Day holiday.
I love Buc-ee's. Well, guys, just look around and see how many people are in Buc-ee's today. This is the Sunday before Memorial Day. We're going to come back and do a Buc-ee's video for you later. Just wanted to give you an idea of how many people were in here today. This is going to be mainly a driving video.
Well, we have left Buc-ee's and we're headed down the main strip, headed towards Pigeon Forge. And man, just look in the distance. You see those beautiful Smoky Mountains. When you start seeing that, you know you're getting close.
And it is just so beautiful, and anybody who comes here a lot, they know the feeling that we get when we see these mountains. It's just amazing.
It's like a kid at Christmas time almost. You get so excited. And on the right-hand side coming up, this is a very popular spot for people to stop at as they come into the area. This is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Always a very popular store. The parking lot is always packed. If you're a knife lover, this is definitely a place that you would like to stop and go inside and look around. We'll be back in just a little bit. We're going to turn it back on as we get closer to Pigeon Forge, and we'll show you what it looks like. So far, coming in, the traffic, not too bad at all. I've been here before. We've been in traffic. It took us an hour to get from the interstate into Pigeon Forge.
I do want to comment and add to that. I did not feel like Buc-ee's was as busy as normal, especially coming out of Buc-ee's. I didn't feel like it was as congested as normal. What did you think?
I agree with you 100%. You know, normally the traffic is a whole lot worse than what it was today. And inside, I didn't think it was quite as bad either. At first, when we got there, you know, riding around, waiting to get to the gas pump, people waiting for parking spots. But
I thought it was going to be a lot more people based on that. That's why, you know, we said let's ride through the parking lot and show that to you. And as I mentioned earlier, don't worry. We're coming back with a Buc-ee's video. It's been a while since we've done one, so we plan on doing one later this week.
But we got us a parking spot, you know, pretty quick right after we got gas, so I was pleased with that. Well, About this area right here, I officially call this being in the Pigeon Forge area. We got the Tanker outlet malls on the left-hand side of the street. Got the Skyland Ranch on the right. The Five Oaks Farm Kitchen on the right.
It's considered Sevierville, but we think of this as being in the main thing of Pigeon Forge.
About the time we pass where the NASCAR park is, I usually consider this being right in the heart of Pigeon Forge. To me, it's so much stuff from there on down. It's so much to see, so much to do. And coming in, we're starting to pick up a little bit more traffic, but it's moving at the moment, so that's a good sign. I hope it keeps moving.
Our last visit to the Smokies was in November, so we'll have to be on the watch out for anything new that we see since November.
And I meant to say that a few minutes ago, and I forgot to, but like you said, it'd be our first visit for 2025.
Wow, look ahead. Look at that traffic.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to catch a break on traffic today. It looks pretty packed up, don't it?
It does. We're approaching the Hatfield and McCoys, and this is normally where it does get congested. Now, I'm very interested in seeing how the traffic will be tomorrow at this time. In years past, we've always experienced that on Monday afternoon, a lot of the people leave. You know, they've experienced their 3-day weekend and they're headed back to work, and so it's not quite as many people as it is during the weekend. So we'll see tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be less then.
And the way it works for us, Carla has school, and they usually get out that Friday right before Memorial Day. So we take that Friday, just get some stuff done around the house. Saturday we pack up, and then we usually leave on that Sunday and come down. We try to get down here in the afternoon part. That way we can enjoy some stuff on Sunday evening. And like you had mentioned, we're hoping that tomorrow the crowd will be leaving, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and so on, we'll pretty much be able to zip around.
I'm going to video with my camera for a little bit. We just had the craziest thing to happen. It's not hot, and anyway, the camera shut down and said because of the temperature that it was overheated. So we'll just try to get a little bit with my camera while we're waiting for David's to return, and then he has to get it set back up. It looks like it's come back on, so I'll be here on just for a few more minutes on this camera.
Well, that's like you said, that's the first time I've ever experienced that. Sometimes it will stop charging because it says it's hot, but it just never has cut off completely like that in the past.
Or if it's a really hot day. I have had, the phones to be kind of temperamental on a really hot day, which I can understand that, especially if you're using it a lot. Just look at those clouds, those dark clouds. They're so pretty. Right here, the local goat, that is packed as normal. I'm going to go ahead and let David try his phone again.
All right, I'm back with my phone now. Sorry about that. I don't know what made it happen to cause that, but got mine back up and going. And now you can really see a good view of the mountain straight in front of you.
Just beautiful.
It is.
Did they add some color to that Hollywood sign? The stars?
I'm not sure.
It looks a little different to me. I may be wrong. I don't remember it being quite that much color around Hollywood. Carly agrees with me. She thinks that there was some color added around those different stars and stuff on that Hollywood Wax Museum back there. We just passed Cracker Barrel. We had a Cracker Barrel video to come out today on the campfire meals. Make sure you check that out if you have not.
And I certainly did enjoy those campfire meals. I thought my chicken was very delicious.
It was.
And the vegetables, they were cooked to perfection. Tasted wonderful, I thought.
The amount of food that you had in yours was really impressive for the amount of money that we paid for it.
And I believe mine was, what, $14.99, I believe it was?
I think so. I think yours was $4 more than mine.
And yours was like $10.99, I think. And on the way in, I've been seeing some billboard signs talking about the campfire meals from Cracker Barrel.
Definitely, if you have a chance, go to Cracker Barrel and try them, because we definitely enjoyed them. To the left is Wood Grill. Now, we have done a couple of videos from Wood Grill, but not from Pigeon Forge.
Turn it a little bit so they can see it. Right there on the left, that sign.
The different reviews have contradicted themselves, as far as some people saying it's good and some people saying it's not. So we just haven't tried it.
I noticed the Sunliner's got the red, white, and blue out for Memorial Day weekend.
I love it. The bunting around there, so patriotic.
Yeah, I certainly do like that.
Now, I haven't seen anything new since November. I did see, we didn't video when we first got on the parkway a little bit up there where Long John Silver's is. They did tear that down and they're building a new one. So I did see that. And they're supposed to be building a Culver's back in that area too. But everything is looking the same. Now, where is the Scooby-Doo putt-putt going to be, the mini golf?
I'm not real sure. Hopefully we will. It may be on another road somewhere. I'm not sure if it's on the main drag.
I'm not for sure either.
Or exactly where it's located, but hopefully we will find that.
And that has not opened yet. It was supposed to be opened, but it has not opened, so we won't be able to go there this trip.
Ruh-roh! All right, the light just turned green. We're getting back to moving. And now we're getting down into the heart of everything now, I think. This is on the right-hand side. You see those towers? That is where Paula Dean's Lumberjack Feud is located.
Now, one thing about those towers, unless it's changed, those activities outside that you used to could do, all that is shut down.
I'm on the same impression that you are. I think that it's no longer there.
And I have not seen anything saying that it has reopened or it's going to reopen. And that was, some fun activities back there.
Yeah, I know y'all did some of them and enjoyed it. Carly had a fun time. I remember going up on that platform and kind of just falling off with like a bungee type style thing.
I like the other thing. We rode it like the
kind of like a little coaster almost.
Or zip line.
Yeah, couldn't think of the name of it.
But Carly thought of it for us.
And here's the trolley on the right. That is a convenient way for folks that don't want to drive in all this traffic to get around. You can get on the trolley and they'll take you around Pigeon Forge. You can even ride it over towards Gatlinburg. And if I'm not mistaken, it'll even take you to Dollywood.
I think you have to get off at the station to get on the Dollywood trolley. Then we have the Allen over to our left.
You'll be able to see that butter when we come back up the strip. Because where the camera is, we're getting to this side of the road pretty good.
And they've got the dinosaurs at the Allen, so we'll be bringing you that.
And I know Carly would really like to see those, because back when she was a little kid, she loved dinosaurs. And I still think she likes them now, some.
Do you still like dinosaurs, Carly?
Yeah.
Yeah. They also have the sky ride, fly ride, that virtual ride you go in over there. You don't know
At the Allen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they've added some time to that.
I think it's called Skyfly, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But you can definitely see there are lots of folks in the area this weekend.
I also noticed there were quite a few people at the pool at one of these hotels we just passed. They were out there. Looked like they were maybe picnicking. They were eating, and some people were in the pool and just really enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I don't know if the water will be warm enough to get in yet or not, unless it's a heated pool, maybe.
You know, even heated, being outside and getting out of it, it would still be cool to me.
And I found the older I'm getting, the less tolerance I have to this colder water. Back when I was younger, like Carly, I'd jump in it and didn't think twice. But now, I ease in it and still take my time, and I'm about to freeze. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of new changes. How about you? Maybe a few things.
Not a lot.
I know sometimes you come down here and things will change drastically within like a year's time.
And as far as the traffic today, I mean, there are a lot of cars, but we've kept moving other than the stoplights.
The stoplights have held us up a little
right,
bit, but
we've been able to keep
I'm actually quite surprised, to be honest. But I expect tomorrow, people leaving, it will be a different story altogether.
Most likely.
But I'm just hoping it'll be like it has been in years past. Come Tuesday, we'll come on down through here and don't get held up at all. It's Corky's. We think we ate there last year on Memorial Day weekend. We came here and did a video there, didn't we?
We did.
But, you know, overall, I'm kind of shocked. You know, we're moving pretty good.
Now, I'm seeing the Long John Silver sign that's still up here, but there's no Long John Silver sitting right here.
Unfortunately, a lot of those have closed up.
They have.
And I've always liked Long John Silver's fish.
It used to be one of your favorite places. I know you still like it.
Now, Texas Roadhouse, are they adding on something
It looks
now?
like they're adding on a porch or something there.
And it says we're still open, so they're doing a little construction work.
Probably, you know, a waiting area, I would think, for bad weather to have people, you know,
Maybe so.
waiting. I guess it could put a few tables out there, but I've never seen outside seating at Texas Roadhouse.
If we're getting down here next to the lower end, I call it, before you enter to the National Park, the Gatlinburg National Park, and we're going to turn around and head back up. Now here's a couple pancake houses down on this end. That's the Smoky Mountain Pancake House on the right. And that's something we've always wanted to do, but we always run out of time.
Maybe this trip we will either try that one or the one up here on the left.
And this is something new, I believe, they unbuilt.
Yes, because remember they had that other stuff up there that kind of like a sphere or something up on the hill.
You're right. You're right. But we're going to turn around before we enter into the National Forest, the National Park, and go back up the strip. And this is the other pancake place that we were talking about, called Smokey's Pancake Cabin. And that certainly does look nice on the outside.
It does. So maybe we can try one of these this week. Because a lot of times we don't eat breakfast, but I've been eating breakfast, trying to have a breakfast each morning. So maybe we can come to it.
We have turned around and headed back up the other side now. And we'll be coming back up, seeing some popular attractions on the right-hand side here in just a minute. You'll have the Dolly Parton Stampede. That's a dinner attraction show. It's very popular.
It's always a good show. Always fun when you go there.
And that is a battle between the north and the south. You'll either be sitting on the north side or the south side.
And you know, people always ask us about our favorite show here. And our favorite show is Hatfields. But, I mean, you can't go wrong with the Stampede and seeing all the horses and the glitz and glamour of that, I guess.
And I think the reason I like the Hatfields and McCoy dinner show the best is because it's a good show, and the menu, it is all you can eat. I love the soup there. The chicken is good. And then the servers, they all come out. They're supposed to be like cousins and stuff. It's a good feel.
It's fun.
It is.
It is fun.
All right, we're back to moving again.
Another dinner show is the Pirates. That's good too. We've been to the Mystery Dinner Show. I think I like that one least of all as far as the food.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
But it was fun to go to.
The food at the Stampede and the Pirate Show is pretty similar. But for some reason, I just like the Hatfields and McCoy show the best, and I like that food better.
And that's family style. And so you don't have to get up and go to a buffet, even though it's all you can eat. They just keep bringing you more bowls back.
If you want more soup, just tell them, they'll bring you some more. And right here at this stoplight, Old Mill Avenue, this is where you turn to go to the Old Mill, which is a very popular restaurant. Right now, it's closed up for its construction, so you cannot enter that way.
Right.
So just letting you know, you probably have to come in off of Tista Lane to get to the Old Mill there. They're working on the bridge right there where the mill is located, so just letting y'all know that.
And you know that whole Old Mill district there, they're not liking that construction probably because you know that's got to be impacting.
Well, you know it's hurting the business some, but I'm sure they still packed.
People are going to get there.
And I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not in the video, but you can catch a little bit of the wheel in the distance up here. You can see that.
Now there is a restaurant to the right that's going to be opening soon called The Cottage. And that was a pancake house with a rooster out there before. But that's not open yet. Was it called the Red Rooster, Carly? Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
And this is where you make the right now, Jake Thomas Road, to get to the mill. You see the sign about detour. So if you're coming in and you punch in, you want to go to the Old Mill with a GPS or something, it may take you to that old route. But for right now, you need to use the detour.
There goes your favorite racetrack.
Yeah. One of my worst experiences ever on some go-karts. And you know I love to ride some go-karts.
That ride looks fun, Carly.
The spinning one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does look fun.
Now here's a very nice store right here on the right, the Three Bears.
Oh, they are packed.
Yes, they are packed.
We're trying to find somewhere to park. Wow, there's not an empty spot anywhere. People
They're
are.
redoing the rockin' racing.
Are they?
You said they were?
No, that whole area was tore up. They're redoing it.
Okay.
And now you'll see the Comedy Barn on the right, the red roof with the yellow siding. That is a great show to come to. It's a clean family comedy show. You will laugh yourself silly at some of the stunts they do in there. And these two in the car with me, when we do go there, they love to get me up on stage.
Yes, we do.
In one shape.
Yes. He does a good job.
They like to see if I get up there, and they try to embarrass me, but I done got to the point now, I just go with it. I don't care.
After the way you just danced with Buc-ee, I don't see why you're worried about getting on stage.
Ain't that the truth?
And here's where you turn to go into the island on the right. And I'm looking forward to going over there later on this week and look at those dinosaur exhibits that they've added this recently.
Mm-hmm.
That just opened up here within the last week or so, I think.
And it's called Jurassic Adventure, and it is free. It's no charge to be able to see it.
And you can't beat free.
And you know, we've seen dinosaurs like that at King's Dominion before and the zoo. You know, they would have those exhibits, but you had to pay additional to get through those. You know, additional money wasn't included in your.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think we went up to the Civic Center in Roanoke one time.
We did.
There was a van up
Yes.
there with dinosaur kind of stuff.
Well, folks, we're getting close to where we'll be staying at for the week now, so we're going to sign the video off for right now and call it quits on this driving tour.
And hopefully this gives you an idea of what the traffic is like down here this weekend.
We hope that y'all enjoyed this little tour riding through Pigeon Forge, and if you did, be sure to like it, hit that thumbs up. Please, if you hadn't done so already, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. That way y'all can keep up with all the latest and greatest videos from the VA Fun Seekers. And also, please, if you would like to join us on the bus trip, check out the flyer and call Travel Lovers. Talk to those folks. They will be glad to hook you up, and we would love to see each and every one on the bus trip.
Get your spot saved. One other thing, Facebook. I've been trying to put some things on Facebook under the VA Fun Seekers page. So if you are not following us on Facebook, make sure you do, because you don't want to miss what I put on there.
Yeah, please do. Well, happy Memorial Day, everyone. Take care and God bless.
Bye-bye.